What's going on, everybody? This is Orion612 back again with another build video. This time we are showcasing a little secret tech for exploiting Scorch to be able to super spam our Song of Flame, and we are stepping into the solar realm, which I haven't done in quite some time. It was at one point very meta to have the other exotic helmet for the healing nades. This time we are going to be showcasing Verity's Brow, and this build is it very much surprised me. I would say arguably is even better than the buddy build and the buffs to Scatternade, just out of the amount of supers that you get and the aggressiveness you can play, the amount of damage you put out. It is can't even, it's just wow. So let's get into this. So we're going with Song of Flame. Obviously you become radiant, you scorch, and you ignite. We're going to be utilizing one. This is a source of healing, our Phoenix Dive, which we are going to be pairing with our armor mods to further exploit our super ability regen and use the source of healing and proc our hellion. Now with the changes this Tuesday, the hellion is tied now to the grenade stat, so we are bumping up our grenade to 200. That is a flat stat bonus. I do have decent pieces with this. We're going to be using jump. I'm using a burst glide. You have less directional movement in the air, but it does give you kind of a play style that's a little bit more aggressive. You jump in, you want to really get in quick. We're going to be using incinerator snap to scorch, and it also ignites. And the showcase, the peak here is solar nades. Now we haven't had solar nade meta, I think, since sun bracers and heat rises and Phoenix Dive, or when you consume your grenade in the air, you drop down with a Phoenix Dive and you have restoration times 2. It was about 2 years ago when they had brought out that artifact mod that was absolutely busted. Now this is back, except it's going to be cure times 2. Now our nades now proc with our fragment Ember of Resolve. Sorry, not our nades. Our grenade stat procs with hellion, so it's going to be doing more damage, and it cures us. So that's going to be at 2 sources of healing right off the bat. We're going to be using Touch of Flame to get the globs to come out to spread scorch stacks, and you can see here it increases the lingering duration, similar to like the void fragment that you put on for your void nades. This is the same type of buff, but here it's up in aspects. And on top of that, periodically emits blobs of lava around the perimeter, which all scorch. So you're constantly getting a damage uptick just by one fragment and all of these put together. And the scorch tick damage is adding to your super regen. So you're going to be constantly getting damage ticks. I'm going to post a video maybe within this build video just to showcase maybe like a reclaim run. But I get my super maybe 20 times during the run. It's insane how fast your super gets back up. I highly recommend you give this a try. So onto the fragments. So we're going to lean in more to the scorch to buff it, spread it, and allow ignitions to occur. So here we have ashes, which applies more scorch tax. We have Ember of Char, so that when the ignitions do occur from your snap, your super, your grenade, your hellion, your weapon perks, they are going to just, it's like you're napalming everything. And this is no Unoya. This, I think, is better than Unoya, surprisingly enough. And then Ember of Singeing, your class ability recharges quicker when you scorch targets. So if you take a look at my class stat here, I'm at 47. It should take longer than my grenade. I am actually getting my Phoenix Dive back faster than my grenade, which to me is crazy. At 47 stat, usually you want to aim for 70, 80, 90, 100 to have that clean, quick uptime, and this thing is always coming back. It's just because everything is scorched, everything is igniting. On top of that too, all ignitions, they do stop unstops, and while you are radiant, weapons that have no barrier intrinsics to them will become anti-barrier. So it is one added extra bonus that you do get with this build. So let's go over the Guardian. Now here I have Mint Retrograde. It's just a solid go-to. It isn't a solar weapon. Sadly, we don't have a micro missile pulse rifle. The two that they did release was the new Malpay and the Mint Retrograde. It would be nice to get a solar one in the kinetic slot, just because I would like to have it all three as solar weapons. But hey, that's what we got. That's what we're going to work with. We have Yeartide Apex, which is a 4th source of healing, which is Heal Clip. The role we're using here is Chaos Reshaped and Heal Clip. So after every kill you reload, it heals you. Chaos Reshaped in its own will give you a big damage bump on your SMG, and then it will also periodically heal you. That making it what, a 4th, 5th healing source, which you have tons of healing sources. You have 1 from Hellion, 2 from your nades, 3 from Phoenix Dive, 4 from Heal Clip, 5 from Chaos Reshaped. So right there in its own, you're getting kills from your weapon, you're reloading and healing. While you're in battle, you're getting heals from Chaos Reshaped. While your Hellion is killing enemies at 200 grenade stat, it's killing red bars right away, you're getting Cure. And if you have a solar nade down, you're getting Cure times 2. So the Cure is incredible. Like, I can't, it's like a new speaker sight helmet. It instantly gets your health back, or it just stays up. And lastly is Dragon's Breath. So Dragon's Breath, the rockets embed themselves into stuck targets and eject incendiary fuel that inflicts Scorch. Yeah, look at that. So the longer the weapon goes without firing, the more fuel the next rocket contains. So you want to kind of shoot, switch to your SMG or your Mint, let the ticks of your Hellion go, throw out a nade, everything is scorching, and it's a heavy weapon, so it's going to do a decent amount of damage. It is crazy, man. And then here is igniting nearby targets partially replenishes the fuel. So the rocket in its own is going to be what's replenishing the fuel. The weapon refills itself from reserves upon gaining maximum fuel. Now, I don't know if your Scorch from your nades, your incendiary snap, or your Hellion will put into this, if they actually adjusted it and balanced it correctly. But 9 times out of 10, I am not reloading this. I have no solar reloader for any of my solar weapons. This thing, I take it out, it's got like its own free auto-loading holster. It's fantastic. On top of that too, it's causing ignitions, and it's also dropping fire sprites. So the fire sprites are from defeated targets, which is the actual catalysts. Now the fire sprites, I would say out of all, like a Void Breach or an Ionic Trace or a Strand Tangle or what are the other ones? A Void Breach? No, I said a Void Breach, yeah. This gives back, because there's very few that drop. You'll maybe get like 2 to 5, pending like the swarm of enemies around. They give you back oh yeah, the stasis crystals. Stasis crystals give you back very little, but the fire sprites give you a huge chunk of ability energy back. Now, I'm not talking like 1-2%. This is like in like the 5-10% range. You'll see when I post up the gameplay, you'll see how fast and how many drop, and they're just all over the place. So fantastic weapon as well, does crazy damage. Now let's go over the artifact. So the artifact, you want your standard, well, you want to fuse it to the weapons that you're using for the activity, but you get your barrier mods. Here I put the scavenger mods are discounted. There isn't much more to put to it. I am using a mint retrograde, so let's use threadling proliferation, seeing as threadlings were also buffed, and I am using a strand weapon. And it is an anti-barrier pulse rifle, but I can get it to stun unstops with pack tactics. This is a very underrated perk, or mod I should say. Oh, it's an artifact perk, it says. Energy acceleration. Sustained damage with the micro missiles causes combatants to emit a kinetic shockwave. So the mint retrograde will be able to utilize this, and the damage out of that is fantastic. Now here there's a choice. It's dealer's choice here. You have elemental coalescence and you have elemental benevolence. So this is if you want to buff your class ability regen while giving people Phoenix Dive and curing them or healing them. And then you have elemental coalescence. It's if you're using all solar, you're going to get more elemental pickups, which are the fire sprites, to get more ability regen. We're using elemental days that when we do stun champions, we're getting ignitions, that's Scorch, which play into the artifact aspect and fragments to get more ability regen, and you are stunning them, and it's just an added damage bonus. Shield crush here. While you're amplified or radiant, your grenade recharges faster and it deals increased damage. So this is going to give your grenade a damage buff on top of your stat, which is at 200. So I have a 65% damage bonus plus a 15%. So I'm already at, what are we at, 80 here. And then we are using Verity's Brow, which allows us to build up the bar on the left side with our solar kills. Now the Dragon's Breath, if you fire that into a group of adds of, let's say, 5 to 10, when they all die, you're already at 75% death throes, which is the name of the perk that appears on the left side of your UI. So while this builds, you're not shooting at your solar nade yet, but when you do, you're getting basically 160% damage bonus. It doubles your damage on the nade. So you're hitting them, and then on top of that, all the blobs that are coming out, that's buffed as well. And your hellion that's firing is buffed as well. So your hellion's doing ×2 damage as well. So you are just deleting adds. So we're going to throw in ashes to assets because that is paired with hellion. So all hellion kills, all grenade kills is getting our super back. Our Phoenix Dive is proccing hellion, and when we fire it off into a group of adds, we are getting another super regen exploit. So you can see where I'm going with this, like the ability spam and the super spam. Like you can spam your super probably more than you can actually spam your abilities, which is kind of wild, and you're doing crazy amounts of damage. We'll go over here. So here we have firepower. So this I have 3 on. In some instances, the amount of orbs I generate just in a reclaim act is at 110 orbs just in like a 10-15 minute activity. So the firepower, you'll get it from your solar nade and you'll get it from your hellion. So 3 up, just like that, you're dropping 2 orbs no matter what. So those orbs go into your super bar, and they go into your ability regen, because your hellion counts now as firepower as well as your solar nade. The resist mods, you can put them according to how the activity is designed based off the modifiers. This I just put the standard 3 in, arc, solar, and void. Now recuperation, that is what, the 5th or 6th source of healing. You get 30 to 50 health back per orb. You're getting 2 orbs. So you're getting 60 to 100 health back per orb pickup. And your powerful attraction, so you phoenix dive, whatever's in the 8 to 10 meter radius is healing you, and you're getting the heal, so it's a guaranteed heal in a clutch moment when you're getting jumped and swarmed by ads, because the AI does get a little bit more aggressive towards you the lower your health is, and they try and finish you off. So it is a great emergency drop for the phoenix dive. Times 2 absolution, so reduces all ability cooldowns when you pick up an orb. So you pick up the 2 orbs, you're getting 2 absolutions in. There is diminishing returns, but boom, right there, you scoop up a couple fire sprites, a couple orbs, boom, you got all 3 of your abilities back. You're back in the fight. Now, you're in a gunfight, you're using double distribution. There's a second source of getting all ability cooldowns. So imagine you're using your phoenix dive to scoop up your orbs, and your phoenix dive itself is creating a cooldown for all your abilities. So the synergy in these two together is just bananas. So I highly recommend you guys try this out. And lastly is my super stat. So Song of Flame already does a decent amount of damage, and just like that, I'm getting a 12% damage bonus. It's just boom, just like that. Like, these are the stats that I do have on all my gear. So I have 30 super, 40 grenade, 30 super, 40 grenade, 42 super, 25 super. It would be nice to get another 30 there to up my super. Here, I opted to lower this out to get my firepower in. I have 25 super for my secondary stat gain. And Verity's Brow, it's kind of close, I guess, to the God roll for stats, but if I could get it to 40 with 20 or 25 super, that again would take me almost near 150 super. So this is the build. The last little caveat is to make you extremely tanky, and you are creating tons of orbs, is the smoke jumper set. So the 2-piece ride together, die together. When you pick up an orb, you gain a brief period of rapidly decaying damage reduction. So there's orbs around you. You fly in with your phoenix dive, you get super energy, you pick up orbs that give you super energy, that give you ability energy, and that go right back into your phoenix dive and your grenade, and now your armor set bonus. Now the ride together, die together will give you a 45% damage reduction. So you're not amplified, but you are getting a huge jump into being able to tank your phoenix dive into enemies to get that dynamo, throw off your incendiary snap, shoot a dragon's breath, jump away, start shooting ads. It's wild. It's really wild. And you're protected. You're protected by this just for the 2 seconds. At 0, it goes 1 second, 0 seconds. So at 0, it's a 30%. At 1 second, it's 45. So it really allows you to play aggressive, dive deep into the enemies, and jump away. Lastly, I want to note is I have crafted another aberrant action, which is in a micro missile frame, and this small tip to anybody out there playing the game: this is the only weapon in the game that can get demolitionist and heal clip. So right now I'm a little low on unstable cores. I think I just got it because I've been grinding for them to bring it up to a light level where it's usable, and I have to recraft it. But this can roll with volatile launch. You want the ordnance mag to increase the blast radius. It rolls with demolitionist and heal clip. So you will be able to take out your Yeartide and still substitute it with another grenade perk. Demolitionist, we all know it. And as you reload your solar weapon, it substitutes heal clip. So it will be hitting harder than an SMG, and you lose out on Chaos Reshape, but already there you have 5 sources of healing. So it's it's, to me, I'm having a lot. I'm just running this. I've been running it since yesterday night, running it all day. And you see, you top frag, you get like a 150 more kills in an activity. Your orb generation is just out of this world. You have no fear. You run in ultimate mode, being 50 under light, 40 under light, 30 under light. There's no worry to this. You survive, you cause damage, and the amount of times you spam Song of Flame is just incredible. So that'll be it for the vid. I want to note I had just become a YouTube partner, starting at around 5 o'clock this morning. So I want to send a huge love, a huge thank you to all the supporters, all the people that have helped me and I've helped them get some clears in raids and cheeses and activities, get certain exotic quests out of the way, people who I've given advice and had discussions with in the comment sections. I love you guys. I love playing this game. I love learning all right from the start. I think I've made about 500 videos learning the editing, learning the thumbnails, learning the tags, learning how YouTube works. We did it, man. We monetized the channel. We made partner. So thank you so much, guys, man. It's a small channel, but it was a cool little project that I had in mind because I do play games as a hobby, and why not expand on it? So the niche here in the Destiny community, I love you guys, man. This is fantastic. So huge shout out to you guys. I sent out a little post this morning because I was like, no way, I finally got there. And yeah, man, we're just going to keep pushing forward, keep pumping out videos for new content, builds, guides for little secrets. We have a couple time-gated catalysts for the axe. I know that one I screwed up a bit because I think my video, when it uploaded, it was corrupted. But we have 3 more catalysts to search in the new exotic mission that's out. So stay tuned. I'm going to start streaming more to reaching out to different audience, a broader audience. I'm going to be starting on YouTube. I had done a few test runs to learn it. I have everything set up. So stay tuned for more content. Come join in. You don't have to like, you don't have to sub. If you just want to chill and watch 3 a.m., you can't sleep, sure, man. The vids are there. You guys want to join in on the conversations? You need help? Just shoot me your Bungie tag. I'll shoot you a friend request. We'll join up and get it done. And yeah, that'll be it for the vid. It's a cool milestone, cool day. I got to head out. It's my niece's birthday, so I'll catch you guys in the next vid, man. All right. Have a great day. Peace.